Growing up in this city, I can't tell you how discouraging it was to look up at the buildings and see that the people that were cleaning the windows were South American. Because it was, the buildings represent New York City everywhere. The skyline of New York represents New York everywhere, and also to the boroughs. Every child that has a vision looks at the buildings and hopes to one day go to the top of the Empire State Building or something like that. Maybe the Statue of Liberty, or the to go to the top of the Empire State Building. And when you're in the outer boroughs, you could potentially see a lot of homelessness, although it's not uniformly distributed. Although the police are distributed uniforms, and the police definitely represent a relationship between working class people and poverty. And poverty is definitely what you're trying to avoid if you're thinking about work or getting a job. So to see that the jobs of such great height and glory are taken by one homogeneous demographic is discouraging. Although I'm starting to suspect that you don't know what I mean when I say homogeneous when it comes to a population all being the same, unless I'm talking about white people, because homogenation is something that you do to milk. So if I'm not talking about white people, you don't apply the word, the historical emotions of a homogeneous population that's too same, that needs diversity. Unless it's white. I guess because the joke of not understanding what someone's saying and misunderstanding it in a way that would kind of make sense is more important to some of you than connecting and understanding what people are saying. Or maybe connecting and understanding what people are saying is an illusion in the first place. So sometimes you get understood and sometimes people laugh at you. And I don't know if that's neither here nor there, or if where you're located has anything to do with whether or not you're understood. Or if you get to have a job in the place that you were born just because you were born there. But you should be able to, I guess, although almost all of our history as human beings is diaspora, from Abraham to someone whose name rhymes with diaspora, or could. You know, I hate hating people because I've spent almost 20 years being homeless in order to scientifically separate my emotions from the emotions that are deposited on top of my empathy. And when you're in my imagination calling me a racist, I really should charge you rent for being in there. How do I sum up? Oh, hashtag get me a production team. Here's something.